Hello, 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 everyone. I'm coming on really quick to talk about new nurse practitioners that may be struggling to find employment. Seeing who's up and out there tonight. Anybody out there tonight? Jump on live and let's talk about nurse practitioner employment. All right, I see. Anywho, I want to jump on. Good night, everyone. I wanted to specifically talk to nurse practitioners who are novel or who are not having a lot of fortune with finding employment. So for these people, I'd like to talk a little bit about two things. If you're a novel nurse practitioner, it's not like when you were an RN, I guess that you're quickly seeing that, where you can just jump into the agency as a nurse practitioner and work tomorrow, or get hired with a company. I'm going to say that because corporations are a little more rigid and work tomorrow or the next day, or get hired with the corporation and work 2 or 3 weeks later, pending verification of everything. So as a nurse practitioner, you one have to find a physician or a hospital that's willing to employ you, then get a collaboration signed through the state, wait for that to get back, and then go through credentialing, where you get insurance through your job, and you go through the governing board that says it's okay for you to enter their entity, whether it be a nursing home or a hospital. So this procedure normally takes, from the time that you gain employment, about 3 months for you to start working. So it's not quick like it is when you're an RN, and that's why you find some nurse practitioners who are still working as RNs while they try to gain employment. So if you are a novel nurse practitioner and you're looking for employment and you're not having much luck, I want you to consider joining your local nurse practitioner association. So on Facebook Live, I say that there were 4,000 nurse practitioners in the state of Louisiana, but of course there's much, much more. I meant to say that there's 4,000 nurse practitioners in New Orleans. And out of that 4,000, we only have a support of our local nurse practitioner chapter of 1,000 people. So that means only 25% of nurse practitioners are supporting their profession. And this is where we get to take things up to a higher governing body to bring to the local chapters. The local chapters will report to the state. The state will get with the governing bodies, but this is where a lot of the laws are made regarding nurse practitioners and what we do. This is our fighting voice. This is where we voice or verbalize things that we like or don't like or would like to advance about the profession. So if we only have a 25% support rate, we're not doing that great. We're fortunate for that, but I think we can do so much better. Not only that, but that group, so even if it's only 1,000 people, even though they're all not there at one time, it's a great place to voice that you're looking for employment. Hi, I see you, Veronica. So, and Veronica, you're a pretty novel nurse practitioner, but I was just saying that the Louisiana Association of Nurse Practitioners only have 25% support group. I was fortunate enough to go to the first nurse practitioner in-person meeting again. You know, they do those sometimes twice a month. You get a lot of good information about what's going on with the profession. That's where you get to voice your concerns. That's where we get to take our concerns to the higher body that will say, we're gonna fight for full authority. We're gonna fight for better workplace conditions for nurse practitioners. We're gonna fight for physicians not to do this or that, or to control us in certain ways. And so this is where our voice is, but we don't have as good of support as we need to. So I'm not coming on commandeering for the nurse practitioners per se, although that's a very good thing to do. I'm coming on because I think a lot of new nurse practitioners don't realize that this is where your networking is. So at the beginning of those meetings, they will talk about who's precepting, who's not. So if you're a student, that's a great place to find preceptors. But they will also ask who's looking for work, who's hiring, and your network within that group. So it's very important that if you haven't already, that you get involved with your Louisiana Association of Nurse Practitioner group. Sign up, go to the meetings. You can email them. They put out flyers of who's hiring, what's going on with the profession. But if you're not finding employment, this is a great place to start, is with your local chapter of LENP. Support people who support you. So our profession couldn't be better without it. Hey, Tony. So I want you guys to consider supporting the nurse practitioner group. We need each other. And it's a great source of networking. People don't realize how important networking is. Nurse practitioners know other nurse practitioners. They are already employed. They have the inside scoop before some of these jobs are even posted. And they have the upper hand because inside of those inside of those places of employment, they know the hiring physicians, they know the hiring supervisors, and so it's very easy to say, hey, I got a great friend, she was great, she's looking for employment, she has a license, you would love her, and at least it could get you an interview. So strongly consider going into your local nurse practitioner chapter. We do not have enough support with that. Any questions, anyone? Let me give y'all a minute in case y'all want to chat something at the bottom of the screen. I never realized how shy nurse practitioners was. It's hard. It's tough getting y'all to talk. I'm a chatter patty, so it's not hard to get me to talk. But y'all already know that. Anywho, y'all have a good night. Join your local nurse practitioner group. Network. That is the best place outside of already knowing somebody to gain employment. Have a good night.